Virgo, hi, and welcome back to Cardinal Fire Tarot. This is going to be your November 2023 reading, but first, a couple of announcements. If you haven't already, make sure that you're following me on Instagram and on TikTok. I post daily over there with readings, quotes, things like that. Also, if you like my reading style and are interested in booking a personal one-on-one with me, you can find all the information for that at cardinalfiretarot.com. And I think that's all I have. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start by pulling an overall energy for the reading from the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. All right, so the overall energy for your reading is the fault line. Let's go ahead and get some tarot with that. Right. This looks like it's going to be a month of some financial struggles for you. Particularly the concept that what you put out is what you receive back, which is hard to get on board with if you haven't actually seen it, in action, because it seems counterproductive that the more you give is the more you have. But it's true. You're not going to receive it from necessarily the same source as where you gave your resources to, but it will find its way back around one way or another. So you're in this spot of really wanting to hold on tight to what you have instead of having the faith that it will come back around. But let's go ahead and start from the beginning. Overall energy, for the reading is the fault line. This time right now that we're in is eclipse season's coming to a close. It is closing out with it a 3-year cycle. My guess is yours has to do with money and finances, and it looks like the struggle, you've learned from the struggle, so it's going to be coming to a close. So you're on that fault line, where on the left it's lack mindset and on the right is abundance, and you're right there in the middle, and it's up to you to pick which direction you're going to step. Then in the recent past we have the Ten of Swords. This is you learning the lessons that you needed to learn from the past, from not having the resources that you wanted or needed. Perhaps it was to learn to put less value on material things. Perhaps it was to, just have more faith and trust that, the universe is going to provide for you. Whatever it is, you've learned the lessons. And I want to point out, I guess I didn't say this, in this deck, the Tarot of the Abyss. There are some alternate cards. So like the Three of Swords is usually one of like heartache and pain, but there's also a Three of Swords. That's one about like knowledge. Same with the Ten of Swords. I don't know if they have two Ten of Swords, I can't remember, or if they just switched the Ten of Swords. But regardless, this is not the traditional meaning of the Ten of Swords. This is more like a completion of the learning phase of life or chapter or whatever. Then in the current energy, we have the Five of Pentacles. So you're still in this lack, in this 3D reality that we're in right now. Energetically, I think you're starting to shift quite a bit, but it hasn't actually materialized yet. And then in the near future, we have the Three of Pentacles. You are going to find that working with others is going to get you so far ahead because you can only do so much by yourself. And if you have somebody else to lean on and they can lean on you, you both are going to benefit from the relationship, which comes into what I was saying earlier about being willing to give. Like, whoever this is, you're having to give energy, time, money, whatever, but they're also giving back. Then in the energy that surrounds you, you have the Nine of Swords. You're stressing. And understandably, okay, if you're experiencing financial difficulties, I totally get that you're stressing. And, you know, fair enough. But it's not getting you anywhere. In fact, if anything, it's you are going to be manifesting lack from sitting there thinking about and worrying about lack. Then in your challenge, you have the King of Pentacles. Stepping into your highest self, because that's you, Virgo. You're an earth sign. That's your energy. So, taking the lessons that you learned back here, implementing them in the present to then reach your highest potential. But then in your strengths, you have the Six of Pentacles. So how we were saying earlier, how you were a little, mine when it came to money. I think that's switching around, because you got the Six of Pentacles, which is you openly sharing, and maybe because you see the reciprocity coming in. Is that how you say that? Reciprocate, reciprocity. I think so. I don't know. We're gonna go with it. Anyways, you're starting to see results. Like, things are starting to come to you, and so it just solidifies your faith. But let's go ahead and get some clarifiers out on the table. I want to start by clarifying the fault line and the overall energy. Alright, so clarifying the fault line, we have the Eight of Coins, the Nine of Swords, and the Sun. Okay, here's the divide, the fault line that we were talking about earlier. On one side, you have the Sun. That would be happiness, joy, emotional fulfillment, passion. And on the other side, we have the Nine of Swords twice. That is fear, anxiety, lack mindset, victim mentality. And then we have the Eight of Coins. That's you. This is you learning. Learning how to shift from this to this. And is this going to be linear and clean and super easy? No, of course not. It's going to be challenging, and it's going to be messy, and there's going to be days that you do better than other days, but that's life. And, I mean, you look like you've already, learned most of the lessons. But let's go ahead and clarify that, the Ten of Swords in the recent past. Alright, so clarifying the Ten of Swords, we have the Queen of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. So this is actually quite interesting, but a little complicated, of the duality that's coming through, because it's like you were giving too much of yourself. Looks like in a particular relationship from the past. You were giving too much of yourself. So you had to learn to set boundaries and to be firm in those boundaries. But you overcorrected. So you were over here letting everybody take advantage of you. Now you're over here where you're like, nope, mine, not doing it. And Spirit's trying to get you back right in the middle. And so it's that duality of, where do you fall in the fault line? Maybe you're not supposed to be all the way over here letting everyone take advantage of you. Maybe you're supposed to walk the line and find the balance between the two. All right, let's go ahead and clarify the Five of Pentacles in your current energy. All right, clarifying the Five of Pentacles, we have the King of Wands, the Fool, and the Page of Swords. Energetically, you're making movement. You are making not even just movement, significant movement. It just hasn't manifested in the 3D yet. But King of Wands with the Fool, I mean, that's pure passion. That is drive. That is determination. That is a willingness to get out there and go achieve what it is you want to achieve. With the Page of Swords, which for me, Page of Swords is almost always curiosity. So with this curious mind, which if you're approaching a situation with curiosity, that means you have the openness to let the universe come in and sprinkle its influence on the situation. If you come into the situation knowing exactly how it's supposed to be, you've just limited the universe from delivering to you. If you come in with an open mind and it is what it is and we'll see as we go, then you have the space available for Source to bless you. All right. Yeah, so it hasn't come through yet, but I think it's going to. It's going to. Let's clarify the Three of Pentacles in the near future. All right, so clarifying the Three of Pentacles, we have the Four of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, so somebody or some scenario or something is coming in to aid you along your path. And you're kind of not falling for it, because remember when we had the spectrum going, you were way over here, closed off, firm boundaries, not letting anybody in. And in order to accept this help, you would have to get closer to the balance of trusting and not trusting, or being apprehensive. So you're way over here, so you're having a hard time pulling yourself to the middle, even though if you could allow yourself to be vulnerable and to accept this help, it would aid you along the way to manifesting what it is you want to manifest. All right, let's clarify that Nine of Swords and the energy that's around you. Let's figure out where exactly the fear is coming from. All right, so clarifying the Nine of Swords, we have the Ace of Coins, Strength, and Death. Yeah, okay. Because you've experienced lack and you've put up your walls. You have convinced yourself that the only way to start over financially is if you grit your teeth and show up and push yourself to your limit and, you know, be a hard worker and be productive all the time and all that, which is a load of shit. It is an absolute load of shit. For those of you that live in the United States, it's a load of shit that corporate America fed us to use us for our labor. But that's a conversation for a different day. We're not going to jump into conspiracy theories. But it's this idea that you have to push yourself and you have to be the best and you have to keep going. You have to flow. You have to listen to your body and your mind and know when to give and when to step back. You have to ride the waves of life. That's how you're gonna produce the most. Not by just constantly pushing and going and, you know, that's how you're gonna burn out. And so you're afraid that if you let off of the drive and the work ethic and the, you know, whatever, your new beginning with money is going to end. You are afraid that if you stop and take a break, it's all going to... That's not true. It's not true unless you believe it's true. All right, let's clarify the King of Pentacles in your challenge. Alright, so clarifying the King of Pentacles, we have the Star, the Hanged Man, and the Knight of Swords. Yeah. Your challenge is shifting your perspective to one that aligns with your purpose and promotes movement towards your highest self. That's all. So you got major arcanas, major arcanas. Like, these are big life lessons coming in for you. Learning that you don't have to go, go, go all the time, and learning that alignment is the goal, not, you know, overworking. You don't have to work harder. You just have to be more in sync. You have to walk the tightrope. Once you learn that you're walking the tightrope here, and you learn not to veer too far right or too far left, that's when that balance will come through. And last but not least, let's clarify that Six of Pentacles in your strength. All right, so clarifying the Six of Pentacles. I am so sorry. I think I accidentally pressed stop on the video. At least I'm hoping. I'm hoping that I didn't just do this whole reading. Technology, not my strong suit. But anyways, let's keep going. We were clarifying the Six of Pentacles, right? With the Queen of Coins, the Three of Swords, and the Moon. Yeah. You need to learn how to give to others and yourself. You need to find the fears that are falling underneath the moon, and you need to figure out how to heal them in order to be able to show up in a giving way. And I say that you need to, but this is coming through in your strength, so actually you're already there. You might not be fully healed, but you're on the path, you're making progress, like you're where you're supposed to be. So that is what I have for you, Virgo. If you resonate with this message, please let me know down below in the comments. I would love to hear any thoughts, opinions, ideas that you have. And then like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content. Also, All Signs Weekly Energy Check-In was posted today, so make sure to check that out too. Bye.